Donald Trump is coming to Minneapolis tonight, marking his first trip to Minnesota since announcing his candidacy.
Earlier today, Trump's campaign manager, Paul Manafort, resigned as investigators in Ukraine are trying to determine if he accepted illegal cash payments and whether he secretly routed millions of dollars to U.S. lobbyists. Also today, Trump released his first TV ad of the election.
It's more of the same, but worse. Donald Trump's America is secure.
A spot called To America's Immigration highlights the contrast between Trump and Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton. We won't see it on TV here. Trump's campaign is spending nearly $5 million to air this ad in the battleground states of Ohio, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Florida. However, Donald Trump should be landing in the Twin Cities within the hour. He's scheduled for a stop at the Minneapolis Convention Center. Now, Bill Hudson is outside right there among supporters and protesters on hand to greet the candidate. Hi, Bill.
Yes, people are showing up. Hello, Amelia. People are showing up here, a number of protesters and a already walking inside the convention center. This is the Republican Party nominee's first official visit to Minnesota as its party's standard bearer. This is not, however, a public rally as we're so accustomed to. It is a private invitation-only fundraiser, and as you can see behind me, not everyone here is happy. If Donald Trump is to have any shot of beating Hillary Clinton, he's got to get his message back on track. That started today in Louisiana, where he stopped to show concern for flood-ravaged communities.
We lost everything, but we knew you would come. This makes it all work.
After listening to the needs for recovery, he signed hats for eager supporters.
What's your message to Louisiana?
But reviving a struggling campaign won't be easy. With more turmoil at the top, campaign leaders promise a return of Trump as Trump. Governor Dayton and local Muslim Americans voiced skepticism at a news conference in advance of Trump's visit, where a young boy said the anti-immigrant rhetoric hurts a new generation of Americans.
His campaign is not only racist, but it incites fear to the people who do not really know what Islam stands for.
Trump's state director returned fire, calling a Clinton presidency a third Obama term, one the state's small businesses simply can't afford. His supporters agree.
I talk about how it has to be fixed, but exactly his details to fix it.
And don't expect tonight's visit to be the typical raucous rally he's known for. Donald Trump's coming to Minnesota to raise a pile of campaign cash. It takes $1,000 just to get in the door. And the local Trump campaign tells me they hope to raise a couple $1 million here. He currently trails Hillary Clinton in the fundraising out of Minnesota. Yes, the price to get in, $1,000, but it goes all the way up to $100,000, Amelia. For that, you get VIP treatment. I think even your photograph taken with Donald Trump, Amelia.
Well, Bill, who plans on attending this and who's hosting this visit?
Well, yes, we can tell you the hosts are a couple of media moguls, Stanley Hubbard and Jerry Pappenfuss. He owned a bunch of radio stations throughout Minnesota. But more interesting is who's not in attendance. We don't expect to see former Senator, nor do we expect to see House Speaker Kurt Dowd or even Representative Eric Paulson, who, of course, is facing his own tough re-election campaign and is very cautious about dancing too closely with Donald Trump at this point. So it'll be interesting to see who does indeed show up.
Yeah, it will be. All right. Thank you, Bill.